All right, good afternoon, Vamoose. Yes, you heard right. It's good afternoon because it's afternoon. And I know this is a holiday, a Monday, Memorial Day. It's a great day to be alive, great day to be an American, great day to remember. And so I figure you're probably going to either sleep in, be off gallivanting around with a family, which is good. And, you might not have time to check out the YouTube videos for a while. So I'm going to say, hey, when you get this, and it's all good. But I'm doing it in the afternoon, okay? At any rate, what we got here, we got a good show for you today. We're going to do a little bit of Memorial Day because it's Memorial Day, and we should be a little thoughtful. A lot of things happen. A lot of people maybe disagree with certain wars and conflicts. And hey, trust me, I don't think every little thing we've gotten involved in as a country has always been a little above board, if you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of people in power who want to do a lot of things that aren't in the best interest of the country, and they get things done. They do stuff that shouldn't be doing. And, unfortunately, U.S. soldier boys got to pay for that. But listen, a lot of times it's not the soldiers' fault. They're told to do something, they do it. They don't know. If you had to sit there, you had to philosophize over every conflict you got involved in as a soldier, you'd probably drive yourself crazy. So I'm probably not going to pin it on them. We got to look a little higher to people telling them what to do, right? A little controversial, but you got to think about this. Think about it from a soldier's perspective, right? So at any rate, I want to share a quote with you today, a good quote about Memorial Day, or at least it kind of references that, from none other than John F. Kennedy. Now, this man was a real patriot. You look into his life, he was knocked off for some good reasons, let me tell you. He's a guy trying to shut down the Federal Reserve. He was a guy trying to kill a lot of unpatriotic bad actors from behind the scenes, and a lot of people believe that's why he was taken out, because he was doing some things people didn't like that weren't very good. And so, at any rate, but he says this: as we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter the words, but to live by them. Boy, what a mouthful. You gotta just do it. You can't just talk about it. It's one thing to say, oh, yeah, we're so thankful, but then to go out and not show your appreciation by living by what you're talking about is just stupidity. People don't care how much you know, and they know how much you care, right? They want to see you doing, they want to see you living right and doing what you talk about, other than just talking about it, right? At any rate, one of the favorite lines I ever heard was, hey, he's still talking, but is he saying anything? Yeah, exactly. People can run their mouth all day long, but they're really saying anything of substance. So they're just yapping, right? So, at any rate, let's think about this. Interesting fact here, kind of a sobering fact, but over 1.1 million Americans have lost their lives in U.S. wars. 1.1 million. That's a lot of people. And, that concludes all U.S. wars, Revolutionary War, etc., on up to current times. It's the best number I could come up with at the point. 1.1 million. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people have their lives snuffed out prematurely at young ages typically, and they made quite a sacrifice to be able to sit here and say what we want to say about government and not get arrested, like a gentleman just in Great Britain got arrested for, saying something that the politicians didn't like. And he's getting arrested for free speech. Obviously not very free anymore. We've had a lot to be thankful for, these soldiers doing what they did to try to protect and preserve free speech. Once again, I know not all the wars may be directly related, and we got to really make sure we vote in such a way to get politicians in there that aren't just going to run around all around the country or all around the world and get involved in every little situation that may not be in our best interest. I'm just saying. We got to be thankful to people who put their lives on the line, and maybe it wasn't so easy for them to make a choice on which, battle they got involved in. Thankful those soldiers are willing to put their lives on the line, all right? At any rate, so 1.1 million Americans, it's a lot of people. We need to be thankful, we need to be appreciative, and trust me, I am. My friends, some family members, just very thankful, okay? So thinking about Memorial Day, one of the things I really want to give us as a takeaway is, it's one thing, once again, to express thankfulness, But what are some ways that we can actually be thankful? Just like my quote from JFK, to utter the words is one thing, to do something. Do something. Say some prayers, show some kindness, just a little appreciation, say a kind word, maybe pay for a meal here and there. You think about it, the men that suffer from PTSD, or they're struggling with the families and then the marriages because they had to be so long away from the family. Just some bad things happened, and man, I'll tell you what, it really weighs on you, I'm sure. So just reach out, try to be that guy that or that gal, that just steps in and be friendly and kind, that just shows that extra amount of appreciation. Try to show a little bit of thankfulness by doing something kind, or like I said, just being there to support, there to listen. That person that's just a friend, that just shows up, is friendly. Do something, right? So put it into practice. Try to think of some things to do, not just on Memorial Day, through your life. Try to be appreciative to the people that serve our great country, and be thankful for that. And you gotta say some prayers for our country, right? Say some prayers that we don't have to have. Maybe some things that would be unnecessary, some wars that would be unnecessary, to create, some sad lives, because life is snuffed out maybe unnecessarily. You know what I'm saying? So we need to pray for our country, and we need to do our best to vote. Be proactive in our political involvement to try to make sure we're seeing the right kinds of people in there. They're not going to be doing stupid stuff, right? Because the politicians do a lot of stupid stuff. Yeah, it's not their kids out there fighting. They just benefit from it. They don't have to pay the price. It's real easy to talk about what somebody else should do. All right, I'm just saying, don't get me started. But we should be very, very careful who we put in office, and do our best to do our part, right? Okay, well, at any rate, thank you to all the veterans. Thank you to all those that served. I appreciate it. And once again, let's just be thankful. Let's act like we're thankful. Let's do something to try to be thankful, okay? All right, guys, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your holiday. Good rest of your afternoon. I'm going to Vamoose.